pack leader. There was an interim pack
Yeah,
leader.
don't we have to let him go? Because that's what we said we would do after we kicked the other guy's ass. And then I didn't get to turn into a werewolf.
So that would get you, yes, into the dungeon area of Ravenloft in order to be able to try to rescue Emil. You are currently at the Solenka Pass. We've already encountered the wall of fire that has damaged some of the party members, as well as the two gargoyle of rock that had swooped down and started to attack you, and now feeling like you're able to push on to get into this tower. The person that has the ability to open the door is on the other side of a wall of fire and is not willing to step through. And there is a rock that is about to swoop down on you. You also heard a voice from the tower that said, "Get in the effing tower. There's a big bird outside." How is everyone looking? If you looked at your character, what's your physical appearance like as far as your status?
Ouch.
Down? Oh, and Matt, you can go ahead and take inspiration as well for your answer.
Well, in that case, I'm looking very inspired.
Inspired and ready. And
as always, not only am I inspired, I'm also inspiring.
There you go.
And everyone that's running for the tower with me has their movement speed increased by 10, just so we know. So when we start running.
Excellent. Doesn't seem like it's too far to get to the tower. It's going to be a matter of getting inside the tower that's going to be the challenge. How are you looking? Go ahead. Sorry, Chris.
The person that has the ability to open the tower, do they look like they are a strong enough person to make their way through the fire, even if it's against their will?
You can certainly try.
And your daughter asked a question in the Roll20 chat.
Yes, I did start the recording.
Okay.
That is aggressive typing.
I was gonna say Tom must have got his new keyboard.
No, not yet.
Really? That's the old one still?
This is still the sticky one. Yeah, the new one will be silent.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be louder. I thought it was like you like the sound of the keys.
No. I like the mechanical feel of a mechanical keyboard. It makes me, it's very satisfying to type on, to write on. But my mechanical keyboard is loud as fuck because I got it for free when I bought this computer. And I have always needed or wanted a silent one, but I'm too lazy. This headset I got for free as well, so free stuff I'll just keep forever. Anyways, earlier Nick had asked, "Hey, how does Dow look?" And the answer is not good, Bob. We are more than bloodied.
Yes, not looking great. And there was also a issue where Bruce had been had a poison effect from the rocks that had hit him. And as we open up into the turn order to start to make turns, Bruce collapses and is dead weight, unconscious. From whatever.
So I couldn't. You didn't. I just dropped lay on hands in the chat before you said Bruce collapsed, just for shits and giggles.
And
because it'll cure a poison effect.
Who are you doing it to?
Bruce.
Well, before Bruce collapsed to cure the poison.
This happened at initiative order 22. So it was So you'll be able to make that action as soon as you come up in the turn order. We're just creating another dilemma for you. If you'd like me to have Bruce do it after Corvus's turn, I can do that. But we
I don't think it
haven't
matters one
actually,
way or the other because I'm like damn near dead last.
and we're not,
Mainly because she's not here.
and we're still in the there's no pause that happened, so we're still in the same turn order that we were before.
Or is it more of a wink wink? She's unconscious because she's not here.
Yes, that's one piece of it, and she's unconscious, so that way she's something else for you to be able to have to deal with. All right, so we will go ahead and jump into our initiative order. Corvus, you are up first. I'm going to try to get some combat music playing.
Nice.
Or we can just listen to the sound of me breathing.
Is Courage behind the
Yes, he
wall
is also.
still?
Yes.
Okay, because there's two of them.
The other one is just
Yeah,
so that way you
Courage
can
on
have
map.
visibility on what this tower looks like. So that way you can otherwise it's behind a light wall that you wouldn't be able to see
Okay.
unless you were on it. All right, so Corbus, what is your action?
So we know that the person that's on the other side of the firewall is the main way we can get in the building. Correct?
Yeah, she's the one that was bringing. She was the one that was bringing you to the tower. It seems like this tower is used as a prison, so there seems to be some type of lock on it.
Okay. Well, I am going near the door, maybe. There we go.
Okay.
Going a little slow this evening. And the bird is all the way at the top.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, not all the way at the top. That's there. Just hold here and hold an action for produce flame.
All right, holding action for produce flame for what situation?
If Big Bird decides to get any closer. Say, hold on, let me see what the range is. How far can I send it? If it gets within 30 feet.
All right, so if it gets within 30 feet, you are going to send the flames.
Mm-hmm.
All right. At this time, Bruce collapses into his. It seems to be a concoction, often referred to as diamitis, that has caused Bruce to collapse at this time. All right, Freya, you are up.
So the voice you said getting in the tower, do we know what direction then that it was coming from? Like from the tower?
From the tower, yeah, from the
Okay.
second floor of the tower.
I'm gonna go to the tower and then I'm trying to bang on the door a little bit. Is the tower to the right then, where Corvus is?
Yep, right where Corvus is at. There's actually, I think, probably a little icon for you that shows the tower location.
Okay, and I can run what 30 feet in a dash?
Without dashing, just as your movement, you can move 30 feet.
Okay.
You could, as a rogue, you could use your bonus action or your combat action to dash as well.
I'll just run normally.
Okay.
And then, is there anywhere I can hide, perhaps? Do a little stealth?
You could, to be able to hide, you're going to need to move around the back
or
side
be
of the
within
tower.
5 feet of a.
You could attempt to hide behind Corbus, like kind of disappear using Corbus as a distraction.
Hmm.
Yeah, it works a little better. He's a little taller now.
So what are you going to do?
I'll try and hide at least a little bit.
Okay. All right. So you would not have advantage with this one just because of trying to use Corbus, but you feel like you're able to not be the first victim that the rock is going to select. Have you tried to pull on the handle of the door as well? So
Have I?
door,
I don't.
yeah.
I
So
don't think
the
I'm
door is
close enough.
all right. Now you have had experience with tower doors before.
Yes,
Last time
that's
you
why
tried.
I don't want to touch it.
Okay, so you have not touched it. Got it. I just want to
No.
make sure. All right. Any other bonus actions?
Actually, can I do a perception check on the door? Because I can see it now, right?
You can do a perception check. Yes. Okay, so looking at the door, it is definitely made to withstand an attack from the outside, but it also seems to be, in your experience as from a shadier past, um, that this door is capable of keeping somebody in as well as keeping somebody out. Um, Based on the look of the door, and the craftsmanship that has been put into it, there is enough attention um, to an aesthetic that makes you and with different types of symbols and runes on it, that you believe that there may be something magical about the lock on this door, right? So it's 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 possible that um, it's possible that the that the door is there. You see that there's writing on the door, but you're not close enough to actually see what that writing says on it. So
Okay.
that is something that the Blink Dog has demonstrated a ability to do. I believe I know he blinked in after the witches. I don't know that he's ever blinked somebody with him.
Yeah, it's I know he's blinked because that's how we know he's a blink dog, but I don't know if it works that way or not.
Go ahead and do an Arcana check. Have you? Yeah, go ahead and do an Arcana check. At disadvantage because you're using knowledge of a previous life. As far as that's the only time that you've seen him do those things was in a previous life. So at disadvantage, an Arcana check to figure out how much you know about travel to the ethereal.
Maybe. Okay, nothing's one to click off my sheet. Yeah, so we're gonna do it this way.
I believe there is somebody in the party who has demonstrated the ability
It'd be a 14.
13. 14. Okay.
I have a +1 to Arcana.
Okay.
So it's 14.
So you remember that the dog can blink. However, as much information as you have about blink without Googling it at all is what you know of blinking and what you know of blink dogs.
They can blink. That's about it.
Yeah, you know that he can shift out and that he was able to go into the realm that the hags were able to, but what he can do with that is not something that you're fully aware of. All right. Let's go. Oh, it was the rock's turn. So let's go ahead and it is going to. I'm going to double check on its movement. It's going to come in for a flyby.
Within 30
And-
feet?
Not within 30 feet. It's flying actually 30 feet above you.
Okay.
And then as it gets to this point, it is moving very fast through the air and suddenly does a turnaround and flip as it comes screaming down from 50 feet toward Alexander.
Ooh.
It is going to multi-attack, which is going to be one attack with its talons and one attack with its beak.
That's
Does
30 feet.
What's that?
That's
Yeah.
30 feet.
Coming into his threatened space, yes.
Yeah, and it's also because my held action was.
Oh,
hit it
yes,
with produce
absolutely,
flame.
yes. Go ahead. Do that. All right.
I don't
11
think he has an AC of 11.
He does not.
It was with shot. And now I know my sheet's working again.
All right. So the rock screams in, essentially swooping above you at about 40, 50 feet, and then suddenly flipping in the air and coming down as if it's an eagle strike on a goat. Comes down with both of its talons and claws into Alexander. The talons, as they rip into your armor, he does not let go and starts to lift himself off of the air. Did you grow up in a mountainous area, Alexander?
Did I grow up in a mountainous area? Yeah, we were in the foothills by a fishing stream. Yeah.
So one of the tactics that you've seen of some of these birds of prey that operate in mountainous terrain is that they will actually pick up their target and drop them from a height in order to have the mountain assist them with the kill of their intended target. So on your next turn, you will have the opportunity to attempt to escape the grapple of this bird. And while it is lifting you up, it attacks with its beak as well.
It can't. Okay.
And does another 25 piercing damage as well. All right, Alexander, it is your turn.
Well, I suppose my action is to escape.
Yes, if you'd like to attempt to grapple, you could still strike at the rock while being grappled. It's just that your movement speed is 0 as you are being lifted up by the or it will begin to be lifted up by the rock on its next turn.
Okay, but if I choose to escape, that's my action, correct?
That would be your action, yes.
And it's a strength saving throw, DC 19.
Right, and let me double check on this, but I believe that you could. It's a special attack, so I believe, and I'll double check this, but you could make an attack and as your second attack, because you have 2 attacks, right?
Correct.
Let me double check that though.
Let's see. Here's I'll put extra attack in the chat. According to that, my extra attack comes when I take the attack action.
Right.
Unless I can use my bonus action to escape, which I don't think I can.
Yeah, you can take the attack action for a special melee attack, escaping. To do so, you must succeed on a strength check. Constitute the No, it requires an action for
Okay.
escaping.
So just a strength saving throw then?
Yes, with advantage for your armor and for your. Okay, so with a 26, you are so you have to sheath your sword so that way you can't or have your club and reach in and peel away both of the talons and are able to roll away. Do you take a bonus action or any movement?
Let's see. Where am I in? There I am. Can I say he's in the air? Can I get to the door of the tower without an attack of opportunity?
He's right there on top of you right now. So if you move away from him without being able to disengage, he will have an attack of opportunity.
Let's see, bonus action. That is gonna be my turn.
Okay. All right. Dow, you are up.
Is the door still closed?
The door is still closed, yes.
Do we know what opens it?
No, we do not.
The Corvus tried to open it and it was locked, right?
Corvus, did you try to open it? I don't think you touched it, did you?
No, I didn't touch it. So
Okay.
I thought the person on the other side of the flame wall had the key.
Okay.
Hey Nick.
Yeah.
Hey, can I retcon just real quick? I've got a bonus action. I was just gonna harness divine power and just get a spell slot back. Are you cool with that?
Yeah. Good to go.
Okay, thanks. Sorry.
Just put it
Tom.
in the chat.
You're good.
That's good to go. If you have a question like that, that's good.
Am I in the threatened space of the rock?
You are not.
Okay. Would I be if I move here?
No.
Okay. So I move 5 feet there. Then I'm going to cure wounds at 3rd level on Alexander.
Okay.
Healing them 14 points. And then I am going to continue moving. I try the door. Is it locked?
The door is locked, and with you being that close in your passive perception, you do see in script, and notice that the adornment of the tower is in a werewolf kind of motif. There's but the lettering on it
Is that like dog Morse code? Oh. Goodness. So, but I don't know. But the door doesn't open, right?
The door doesn't open when you now you were in hybrid form, correct?
Correct.
So yeah, it does not open, and it's a, but there's more. Yeah, so it does not open just with you pulling on it. So it's like a lever similar to like a the type of handle that you would see like on a large steamship.
Right. Okay. Does it use my action to try to open the door?
It does not. It's free interaction.
Okay, then I will transform into my hybrid form.
Okay.
Is it still a free action to try the door?
So it does take a little bit to transform, right? So I would say that while you are trying to hold the door or open the door, because here, Barovia, the transformation process is painful. You are having that experience of your bones cracking and your face morphing. Not as bad as it will be if you fully transform into your wolf form, but it is painful. And at first, it is not moving, even as you start to grow your teeth and grow your claws. But as you let out a blood curdling scream of pain, and it turns into rage, you hear tumblers in the door starting to move, and it seems that the call of a wolf is the password that will open this door.
Cool.
But it has not opened yet. Corbus, you are up.
Has it been? Oh, so I'm trying to find it. Has it been a minute, more than a minute, since the start of the original initiative order with the rocks?
It has not been a full minute yet,
Okay.
because we did not do 10 rounds last time. I would say that we did.
Then would my appearance change from that, because I have that is still active, be of help for me to be able to open the door?
Yeah, go ahead and try. What do you do?
Just pull on the door if it's free action.
So, yeah, it's a matter of pulling down on this lever,
Okay.
and it does seem to have a vocal password component. So what do you actually, what utterance comes out of your mouth, of your jaws?
Just a bit of a snarl at it.
All right. So with the snarl, you do hear again the door attempting to open, but not fully yet.
Okay.
All right.
I still have an act. Do I still have? Was that my action?
Sorry, no, that was not your action. Go ahead.
Okay. Then on. Oh, the bird's still there.
The bird is still there.
Okay. And it'll be flame.
Flame. Okay.
And you make a Constitution saving throw. Target 15. No cheat.
All right.
It was
And
at disadvantage, right?
what's that?
That was at disadvantage, right?
Actually, you see Dow kind of, or excuse me, Bruce roll over, and you hear him say something about Featherbrain, and And with a -7 to their roll, what does your effect do?
On the next time it is hit by flame, it takes an extra 2d6 damage, and if it has any resistance to flame, it loses it until the spell ends.
Okay, got it. All right, so it is. You see that. You see the crackling aura of Arcana encircle the rock, and it is primed for a firebolt. Bruce looked like that was about all he had in him, as he had tried to assist in the fight, but is weak and unable to move. Freya, you are up.
Okay, I have a real quick question. So I have like a spell, but it says that I can use it in response to being damaged by a creature. Can I use it even if I haven't been damaged by the creature?
No, Hellish Rebuke is used when you're hit. It's when you're hit. It's a reaction.
Okay. And hypothetically, if I were to use Dark Maw, I have teeth, right? Like, could I try that to open the door?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then I want to try and open the door.
All right. So are you going to move up to hit the rock with that, or are you just?
No, I'm just trying to open the door.
You're just going into. Okay. All right. So yes, your face transforms and you attempt to move. It does not feel to either Dow or Corbus that contributed to the to opening this door.
All right, well, that was my only plan. I didn't really have anything else. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that.
All right, so everyone's flamed up at the door. It is now the rock's turn. The rock has decided that this looks like the freshest food and moves to disengage and lands near the Alenka, the werewolf, and the warhorse, and is about to try to have a tasty meal. While Alenka is inside of the gate, you hear her scream out, "How to open the door!" But that's over the clamor of the battle. Because the rock disengaged, he's not going to be able to attack the werewolf or the warhorse during this turn. Alexander, you're up.
And so we've gotten movement at the door with Dow transforming into hybrid, with some movement of the door with Corbus growling at it. But not a lot of movement with the Dark Maw. Is that accurate?
That is accurate. If you want to go ahead and do a perception check.
Yeah, that would be.
Okay, with a 16, you heard what Alenka said. You're not sure exactly what she said.
So what do I think she said?
What I put in the chat.
How to open the door? Howl to open the door. I
Ding,
will
ding,
step
ding,
to
ding,
the
ding.
door. And in my best, most positive, blood-curdling scream, as I've let it out a couple of times before, and then pull on the door.
Okay, and because you are not in a hybrid form or not in and don't have, but you have had the blood of the lycanthrope in you, go ahead and do a performance check for your best howl, since you are not.
Can I take that with advantage, given the fact that I have had lycanthropy?
We'll go with that. That was a solid argument for advantage.
18.
18. Boom, like butter. The door moves as Alexander howls, and you can actually see his face contort and ripple just a little bit with the after effects of his lycanthropy that he has beaten only within the last 6 hours. So the door recognizes him as friend and opens or unlocks. So you can now open that door by clicking on it, I believe, if you would like to move in the door. Boom, the door is open. All right. It opens and closes just like that. Open, close, open, close. Just open the door. All right.
I don't even. Will you put me in the fucking room?
That was your action, reaction, and bonus action.
Opening the door 10 times.
Will you put me in the room? I don't know what the fuck's happening.
I know what's happening. It's still because the light stuff is still there. I still have to move you through it. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Is there,
yep.
Is there? Can I do an investigation check in here? Is there anything in here that looks like it might be something I can shut the flames off with?
The flame. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and do an investigation check.
I'm kind of a dummy, so oops, shit. Sorry. I'll
with
take the first one.
Yeah. With the 5, you believe that you have rolled a 20. No, but there.
How about a 12?
Oh, the 12 was the first one. So you haven't seen any kind of mechanism on the gate or on the or inside of the tower. There's not even a window that overwatches the tower, which gives you an indication that on this floor you would need a vantage point to be able to
see the flames,
the flames, or to see the gate, right?
Yeah. All right. Is that? I mean, that's my turn, I suppose. Right?
Okay. Yep. All right.
Action, bonus, action, movement.
There you go. Dow, you are up.
Okay, cool. So the rock flew over to the other side of the green fire door.
Yes.
And it's near the werewolf woman and the horse. And is Courage there as well?
Courage is there as well. He's just a snack.
And the green flame, it's still there, even though I passed through it one time.
Yes, you all got roasted by it.
Yeah, but it still exists.
Is still there.
So,
yep.
Okay. Yeah, great. Well then, I am going to not know what to do. I will die if I run through the green fire to go rescue Courage, so I can't do that.
Yeah, but he can bamf.
Yeah, he can, hopefully. Werewolf lady, she's just gonna have to deal with it. I'll heal Corbus with a 3rd level cure wounds. So he gets 12 health. And then I'll run inside.
Okay.
And that's me turn.
All right. All right, Corbus, you are up.
Okay. So I'm clear. Misty Step doesn't work like Dimension Door, so I can't drag someone with me. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Well,
If-
we're going to go back
if-
to the drag portion of that, though. And Bruce is still laying over there, and I quite frankly don't trust you.
Are you talking?
I'm talking to you.
Oh, got it. Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
So, let's see. How far is that? I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to try to drag Bruce back 10 feet.
All right. With the how big is the space, Alexander, that gives you an additional 10 feet of movement?
Yeah, let me look here quick.
Actually, I think it's 5 feet because I think I measured off the
Electricity.
Freya's token.
Within 5 feet. Got it. All right, so you are able to grab him and bring back near Freya. Let's say you get back to there. All right. Action and bonus action.
Well, I would think the dragon would be an action.
Yes.
And I don't think I have anything bonus actionable. Yeah, I don't see anything, so we'll just call it there.
All right. Bruce continues to be a helpful sack of potatoes. Freya, you are up. And on deck is the rock.
Can I help Corbus carry Bruce in? Is that make it go faster?
You can drag Bruce the rest of the way.
Okay, I'll do that. Do I need to do a strength check?
No strength check, just the utilization of your action.
Okay, yeah, I'll drag him. And can I drag him in the building?
Based on the amount of movement that you have, you'd be able to get him back through the door.
Okay, cool.
All right, so Corbus sees you and essentially hands Bruce off to you, and is tired at this elevation with dragging anything around. If you've ever been at 7,000 feet above sea level trying to drag things around, it's not fun. And any bonus action for Freya, or your action was to pick up Bruce. Any bonus actions?
No.
All right. It is now the rock's turn. I'm going to go ahead and roll a d4. 1 will be the werewolf. 2 will be the warhorse. And 3 will be the the dog.
You're an
All right.
asshole.
Is the dog in the turn order in order to figure out if it gets to take an action before or after the rock?
Yeah, dog's not in the turn order.
Neither is the horse for that matter.
Neither is the horse or the werewolf.
We're not concerned about those two. We're concerned about the dog.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, everyone, go ahead and roll a dexterity check. Dexterity saving throw.
Everybody.
Everybody, and the luck of the party is the luck of courage.
Oh goodness.
All right.
Does this count
So
for
you-
anything?
That's only within 5 feet of you, or 10 feet of you. So the you watch as the rock comes down and then is skulking forward to take its next meal. It's looking at the warhorse as the tastiest, and courage, true to form, is barking at the rock, getting its attention. And the rock starts to move forward and moves to grab at it with its beak. And you watch as it hits air and a puff, and courage is still barking at the rock, but on the other side of the firewall. The rock, upset at its meal, then looks at Alenka and moves in to take a bite of her. But with its talons, since it's already used its beak attack, a 15 does not hit Alenka. And so she ducks into the gate, and the sheer size of this bird is not able to actually get inside of the gate door, and she is able to hold herself in there, dodging the talons as they come in at her. Does not bode well for your horse, Alexander. Do you want to give your horse a command?
Can I tell him to go away? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he can take off. If he takes off, would you have it with the realization that you have a telepathic connection to this dog or horse? Would you have told him that before, or he's taking the disengage action and starts to run?
No, I wouldn't have told him that before, because I was thinking if we could get the fire shut off, we could toss Bruce on the back and he could.
Makes sense. So he takes the disengage action and starts to move away.
We'll see if maybe the bird will follow too.
That is a good possibility. All right. Any other actions for you? Or what are your actions and bonus actions at this time?
Oh, it is my turn. Let's see. Is Bruce in here yet?
Bruce is in, yes. It's only Corbus that's outside.
And werewolf lady.
How are you? Hey, Dow. How are you doing? Are you still pretty beat up?
Yeah, I'm good though.
I got you, fam. That's not what I wanted to do. Wrong one. Let's try that one. I will lay on hands on Dow for 20.
20, okay.
Nice. I'm no longer bloody.
Excellent. All right. Any bonus actions?
At this time, no.
Okay. All right. You do watch as the rock does turn to see the fleeing horse, and since it is a meat that is good to eat, the rock follows its instincts and starts to give it chase. You guys are too sinewy. So Corbus, you are able to move inside of the inside of the tower, and Dow is as well. And Alenka shouts out, "I have no idea how to turn off that fire. I don't know where it's actually come from. Get in the tower and come back to meet me." All right, so everyone is now inside the tower. If you'd like to be Corbus, are you going inside the tower?
Yeah, I'll be inside the tower since it left.
Good deal. All right, there are stairs. You come in, and it is fairly sparse. Go ahead and do a perception check, though. All right. So with Corbus, with your 17, and with Dow's passive perception, I believe, of 17, as you're coming in and looking around, you do notice that actually, I would say, Dow, you were one of the first people in, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay, so when you came in, you did see that there were melting snowy footprints that were already inside of the tower. They led from the door to this point right here, and then whoever it is dried off their boots or took them off, but there's no more indications of the snow that you've tracked in. Now that everybody else has come in, it's fairly difficult to determine who's brought in the snow and who hasn't. But that was something that you noticed as soon as you had come in, and Corbus, you were able to notice before you came in that there were tracks that were leading to the door that were ones that you had not actually, that your party had not put there. But with the wind blowing, it's fairly fresh tracks. There is the fireplace there to the side that doesn't look like it's been put in use for a while. The interior is actually surprisingly warm, but maybe that's just because of the robust clothing that you have, and now being out of the wind, being on the side of a mountain. And there is the sound of gentle singing that is happening up the stairs. Who would be the first to go up the stairs?
I think I'm closest. I'm probably leading.
All right. Go ahead and move you inside of the stairwell. We'll leave Bruce down below. Would anyone stay with him, or just he recovers enough to let everybody know that he's just not feeling the greatest? It does not look like he is going to die. He just needs some time to recover.
Great.
As you come up the stairs, you see a individual that looks a lot like, almost exactly like Von Richten did while at the Blue Tavern Inn. Same individual, and as you come up, he greets all of you. My friends, that was an incredible adventure. I am Rudolf von Richten, famous um, monster hunter and traveler extraordinaire. And who do I have to thank for this daring rescue? And then Dow, as you come up the stairs in hybrid form, says, "Shit! I mean, um, I see we're checking on our prisoners. Yes, I have been making sure to keep the tower tidy. Um, what do I? How do you do?"
Yeah, I'll just snarl at him and move out of the way so everybody can enter the room.
And although not very helpful during the last few encounters, she was taking care of her own stuff. You do also have Esmeralda with you, who had brought you to the tower, and she's like, he is pompous enough to be von Richten, but that drop the persona and show us who you really are. Madam, there is no persona. I am von Richten. Are you are Esmeralda? Yes, I'm Esmeralda, which von Richten would know. Okay, all right. Time to come clean. So, I am the publisher for Rudolf von Richten. I have been working with him for a long time on several of his manuals. I have a photographic memory, and I have gone over all of his research notes. However, his last few correspondences from this land, I wanted to come in and see for myself because it seemed so exciting. And there was a lovely gentleman with a similar accent to you, madam, that gave me a carriage ride into this place, and I was not able to escape. I tried to track down von Richten and found myself captured by some fairly disagreeable fellows. And since I thought a scholar and a performer would not be the best, most intimidating persona, I told them that I was a famed monster hunter, thinking that that would strike fear into them. However, it seems that von Richten's books have not made it to the land of Barovia, nor his intimidating persona that I usually put into the books that are written about him. Do you guys know where von Richten is?
Not at this time.
Shit. Well, I... what brings you to my home?
What's your name?
My name is Octavio. I am an entertainer, a bit of a... I dabble in a bit of the arcane, mostly illusions and such for my entertainment purposes, but I am a knower of information. That is my how I earn my bread and my wine.
How do we get into Ravenloft?
So Ravenloft was originally named after.
How do we get into Ravenloft?
Well, I mean, through the front gate, if you'd like to, if you're invited. Are what? Yes, the secret entrance into Ravenloft. So, yes, I'm able to pick up what you are putting down. So, with that face of yours, so I have not actually seen it myself, obviously, but I have detailed information about a particular secret entrance that is able to be accessed in the town of Kresk. There is a shrine there that is able to be opened, and underneath is a I'm not sure if it's a tunnel or if it is a portal. All I know is that it is a access point into the catacombs of Ravenloft.
And does Strahd not know about this?
Straw does know about this. He has actually expended quite a bit in order to make sure that that location is as secure as possible. That because, and little known fact, this is actually also where Strahd sleeps down in the catacombs as well. So, in order to be able, there is no entrance that is, I would say, open to the public for anyone that visits Ravenloft to go down into the catacombs. I don't have much information. Esmeralda, you've been there before. I have, but only as an invited guest. But I was trying to look for such a entrance into the catacombs, but was not able to find it. Yes, that's because Strahd expended quite a sum in order to do a lot of reconstruction on the Castle Ravenloft. And from what I understand, there were individuals from the village of Barovia that were used in this remodeling. However, all of them were charmed and switched out during the construction to make sure that none of them had any information about the secret passages and various devilry that he had put into that castle. As you can see, I am chained, and it would be so much easier to think of all of the massive amounts of information that I have for you to be able to help you on whatever obviously harrowing quests you all have. But it's really hard to think when you haven't eaten anything for a few days and are shackled. Do you know what I mean? It's
absolutely. Is it what you want me to? Can I come smash them, break them? Can our rogue pick the locks?
There is keys that are hanging on that wall over there that I can't reach from here, but you can do it however you would like to, brave warrior. Whatever makes you feel good.
You don't have to be a smartass. We're gonna let you out, man. Jeez. I'll go grab the keys.
I could either be a smartass or a dumbass, but I could not be. I don't like to be both.
Yeah, I'll go let him out.
Thank you very much. That feels so much better. And he claps you on the back, way too familiar. So tell me about your tales so that I can further my knowledge. Or what assistance can I be to you? I traveled a lot with Vonric, that I can be as silent as a mouse, or I can carry whatever equipment you need me to, whatever it might be. But or any information that I can provide to you, I will do so. I am like the narrator of a play. I will not be kept quiet.
Anybody know silence?
Like a mouse.
Looking at your terrifying visage, there is flight, fright, or fight, flight, and freeze response, and he chooses the latter.
I'll hand him a ration. I'll be like, you know what? Why don't you take a minute, have some food?
And mouse-like, he turns while still keeping his eye on the predator in the room, and begins to eat. Thinks about the fact that he doesn't have any wine to wash it down with, and thinks better of it, and does his best to take some of the snow that he had been melting in order to that had come through the window for water as he eats his ration.
All right, well, we got him. He's not Van Richten. Now what are we doing with him?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Esmeralda steps forward. I'm actually glad it is not Von Richten. Von Richten is not as free with his information as this fellow seems to be.
I suppose that is an advantage, isn't it? So we know how to get into Ravenloft. What else can you tell us there, fella?
He peeks up
where
from
the tomb of Strahd's brother?
He looks at Dow with a few of the crumbles of dense ration cake that he has in his mouth, like looking for permission to speak.
Don't look at him. Look at me.
Yes. Yes. The location of the he points toward a chest and moves over to it and opens it up. My effects and accoutrements, and he starts to pull out a library of scrolls and books and starts to sift through them. And let's see. Oh, where did he go?
Oh yeah, and you got any idea how to turn the green flames off out front?
The green flame. So there is a let me see. Hold on one moment, and he goes through his packet. He was looking for the answer about the tomb,
Sure.
and now pulls out a small slip of paper and walks over to the doorway, or walks over to the window, and you hear him speak aloud in Arcana, and the wall of flame dissipates.
Hey, good job, guy.
So the location is. I had a map, but that is still in my office. I didn't bring everything with me. I didn't think that I would need everything with me, but I would know which sarcophagus was his based on my knowledge of Barovian architecture and.
Danny Johnson is up to position number 4.
Sorry.
Chris, I think that was you, Chris, probably.
But I should be able to give you some rough ideas when you get in. I don't think that I would want to go in, so I will make sure to provide you with as much information as I can. But it would take me a little bit of time to go through all of my notes.
Oh, yeah, you suck.
Alrighty. Is there
I thought
anything?
you had like photographic memory. Didn't you just say that? Like,
Oh my goodness. I
That
do
is
have
true.
photographic memory, but I don't have photographic recall. There is a difference between the two. Now, if
What?
I were to.
No.
Sounds like.
Let me guess. You also have perfect pitch.
Damn it.
You're so interesting.
Wait. You believe him. All right. Hold on a second.
Guess what I'm doing tomorrow for work?
Nothing.
I'm gonna go get McDonald's breakfast, and I'm gonna sit in the parking lot at a competitor's distribution center for like 5 hours, just like looking at the vans that come in and looking them up on Salesforce and Google, and basically collecting prospecting stuff. I'm just gonna sit in somebody else's parking lot and write down all their customers.
Is that like low grade industrial espionage?
Yeah, that's what Phil said. Phil's like, you're a corporate spy. I was like, yeah, so what? If they ask me to leave, I'll leave. They're gonna be too busy. They're gonna be way too busy to be worried about me.
That's awesome.
You're there 10 minutes, they tell you to pound salt.
Yeah.
There are
If that happens, I'm blaming you.
there are 42 crypts down in the catacombs of Ravenloft.
How many bloods?
40 of them are 40 of them are various royalty and individuals, but there are special tombs for both Sergei and for Strahd, and they are located, roughly in the middle. But there will be black marble steps that descend into the crypt of Strahd. Which is located in the southwest, from what I remember. Again, like I said, perfect memory, but not perfect recall. It takes a bit. It's like having something. It's like having something in your bag, but you know that it's in the bag. But finding it is another thing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I think it makes sense.
No.
It's all in the bag. Like a bag of holding, this brain is.
Do you know anything about Hiram Greenwish?
Oh, yes, Iron Greenwish, yes. Yes, quite a bit.
Do you know where he is now?
Yes, he's at the Amber Temple. That was the last that von Richten knew in the last correspondence that he sent. The man is obsessed with the dealings of souls and believed that that was the key to unlocking the mysteries of Barovia's disappearing soul problem. Probably quite a bit to do with the dark powers that had been imprisoned in the Amber Temple during the it would have been about 2 centuries ago when there was 3 centuries ago. We'll just call it 250. 250 years ago when there was a group of mages that were attempting to work with Strahd in being able to harness the powers of the gemstones and undo some of the fey magic that had been used to imprison him, and utilizing dark forces that had been trapped here. However, it went about is according to plan, which is what happens when you attempt to imprison dark forces. But that is still being investigated by Greenwish now. Are you an associate of his?
Yes. Have you been to the Amber Temple?
I have been to the village of Velaki, and then got some information about where, in trying to search for von Richten at the Vistani camp, which a gentleman told me about his last interaction with with von Richten, and set me up to get captured by a bunch of werewolves. And that has been my physical experience here, Barovia, but I know every inch of the map.
Right. Do we know where the Amber Temple is? Do we have a map?
You do have a map, and with your map, let's see. You might know actually where it's at, and actually you're fairly. If you were following along on the map, yes, the Amber Temple is on the map that you got from Greenwish, which is in your character items.
And it's labeled.
It is labeled. It does not have Selenka. Oh, it does have Selenka Pass on it. Yeah, and you can see that you're actually not too far away from. You're just in the foothills of the Gacus Mountains.
Okay.
So you're actually just up the. So this is the Selenka Pass, but this is
we're at that tower.
Yep, at the tower and the gate, or that area that passes over the river for the Luna Lake.
The Luna River, yeah. Okay, so we're almost there.
Yeah, right. Just up the road here. I would be careful though. It is well, you already know that. Never mind. There is a rock that likes to guard this pass and hunt along this pass. So I don't recommend bringing any livestock with you.
Right. Maybe are we on a time? Isn't there? Is there something in a couple of days?
Yeah, there's that. Was it tree creature?
Yeah.
Or something headed towards Velaki.
Right.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. So
maybe there was something headed to Velaki. I can't remember what it was.
Maybe we just head that direction to try to stop it. I want to go to the Amber Temple to find my mentor, but I think the safety of the people of Velaki comes first.
How close are we on the time?
It's hard to tell.
I will tell you that that it would be possible to shorten the amount of travel time that you have. There is a pass, I believe, or a goat trail that moves down from this location to the river, which does actually flow toward Lake the Brovik. Is it Lake Zorovik? This place has so many icks. Have you noticed that? That you'd be able to take a quick canoe or a raft down to the village of Velaki. Would get you there faster than moving along the road.
What do you guys think?
Something fucked up in Velaki?
There's that creature that's headed towards it to destroy it.
Yeah, I want to go to the Amber Temple, but we'll have to come back. We have to stop that thing from destroying Velaki.
Indeed. And there's a shortcut?
Ish.
How about we take a short rest, and then we go move to intercept whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
All right. As you get ready to take
Rictavio's totally coming with us, by the way.
As you get ready to take a short rest, now in your mind you feel like a sliver of ice that seems to be entering your skull, and you remember that resting is somewhat difficult for you.
Well, you already had an idea for that, so.
Yeah, but it's summoning the tiny hut, which they can't get into. But then I need to save a tiny hut for a long rest, And I only have 1 third level spell slot left, so that's got to be the tiny hut. So these bitches. Well, I'll cast See Invisibility.
Okay.
It lasts an hour. I'll just spend my short rest slowly pacing around, staying away from the evil sliver people.
So as soon as you cast See Invisibility and are looking around the room, you again are struck by having difficulty with being able to focus on Corbus as he seems to shift. Sometimes you see a shorter Corbus, and sometimes you see a taller Corbus, and sometimes you see a Corbus in a long flowing robe. As you are turning around, you see that both of the hags are just silently cackling behind you, and almost seem to be playing the game of staying out of your sight as you try to step around. Everybody else is watching as Dow seems to be almost swatting and dodging an invisible bee that you can't see as he turns around and sees these grotesque hags through the ethereal that seem to be stuck on him like a tick.
They suck.
Dow, you also do notice that Freya has what looks like bat wings that are coming out of her cloak, and that you also hear something downstairs.
Okay, I'll go downstairs.
When you go downstairs, you see a man that seems to be also taking a short rest. Waiting for you to leave.
What's he look like?
That spot that you had seen where footprints disappear.
Yeah.
He is sitting there cross-legged at that point. You also notice that there is a shimmering to that area. Do you have any experience with portals?
No.
So all it is that you see that the consistency of that particular spot seems to be almost like a heat wave mirage. That there seems to be kind of a distortion in that area that is not visible to the human eye.
And this guy, this elf is
sitting at that point,
resting, and he's invisible.
He thinks he is.
Right. I'll call everyone downstairs. I'll just be like, hey, come check this out. And I'm like, I'm purposefully not ever really staring at Rahadin. I'm just like, I'm looking around, asking, I look like I'm waiting around, not looking at him in particular until everyone is here. And then I'll look right at him and I'll say, go on, reveal yourself.
And as soon as you make eye contact, there is a bamf sound, and Corbus, you recognize the sound as the sound that you make when you misty step.
Okay.
Somebody was here.
Outside, you hear the sound of what sounds like sounds similar to the braying of a horse, except it seems to echo even more than it would normally in this mountain canyon. If you grab a look outside, you see that Rahadin is riding on his horse in the direction of the Amber Temple on a semi-translucent green steed.
Dang. Anyways, I promise you guys there was someone down here, but he just immediately teleported away and rode away on a horse. So I'm not crazy.
Rictavio
I mean, you probably are, but not in this case.
I'm not crazy.
Rictavio was still upstairs eating his finishing off his ration. He comes down. Did anyone just see that? That was Rictavio. That is the steward of Strahd. He is Elven. He has been with Strahd since nearly. I think that he was Strahd was his ward as he was growing up. Essentially, just like his butler and attendant, but probably his best friend too, with how fucked up royalty can be. But that man, very, very influential here in Barovia. Did you see him?
Yeah, we saw him.
How long's he been here? Any idea?
400 years.
No, like in the
tower.
Like
here.
Yeah.
In the,
He was in the tower?
Yes.
yeah.
Son of a bitch. I knew that door was opening and closing in the middle of the night. I hear the door downstairs, but you hear all kinds of fucked up shit when you're imprisoned alone inside of a tower. I thought I was fucking going mad. No, there is a doorway in this tower.
You don't say.
Yep, we came through a couple of them to get here. Would you like to be slightly more specific?
I can't be. This is new information. It's going in the book for sure, though.
There's a doorway in this tower that goes to...
Well, where do you think the steward of Strahd lives?
So where's the door?
Why didn't he just use the door to leave?
Well, because he wasn't... obviously he was going somewhere. Up that road is the Amber Temple. There is currently, from what von Richten's research has determined, and the help of Greenwish and your help, Esmeralda, with your snooping and pooping in the castle and such, and creating all kinds of drama, there is a plan to try to essentially break Strahd out of prison in order to tear down the misty veil that holds him in here, and I would say that much of that plan seems to be centralized in the activity at the Amber Temple, which your friend Greenwish was interested in investigating. As you know, dark powers often trade in souls and gain much of their power through that. And that was what his theory was as to where the souls of Barovia were going, that they were being consumed by these dark forces at the Amber Temple, thus gaining them enough power to be able to circumvent the fey curses that had been placed on this land due to Strahd's raping and pillaging of this land and just being a general cunt. and that they would be able to force the breakdown of the veil, and for Strahd to be able to resume his previous pastime, which was conquering lands.
And where is the door?
The door that's in this tower?
That goes to Ravenloft that we are now.
The one that I
talking about.
actually know about. Yes, the one that I know about. That one is in Kresk, like I said, at the Temple of the Abbot. Or is it in? Hold on, let me reference my notes.
No, you said that you've heard a door opening and closing here. Correct?
Yes, the door that you came through to come into this
okay.
tower.
Okay. All right. All right, so we need to intercept monster on its way to Vallaki and then get to the Amber Temple to stop a ritual. Is that accurate, gang?
Yeah. Do we have any quick means of transportation?
Go ahead,
Alexander. So your telepathic connection to your steed is about a mile.
Okay.
You're not sure if he blinked out of your connection because he was taken. But the rock was the last thing that was communicated to you was that the rock was coming down on him, but he was continuing to lure it away.
Okay. So we're on foot, and there's a goat trail that cuts us down someplace to a body of water so we can catch a raft to Vallaki. Is that what do I have that right?
That was my understanding.
Rictavio looks out the window and says, "Yeah, if you look down there, there's actually two tied off boats to this structure. I have often looked out this window and imagined what it would be like to take a trip. The only problem is I can't swim, and the water
Oh,
is
good deal.
very
Congratulations. Let's go.
cold. Okay, good. All right, so moving down into the out the door, you can see off in the distance the spiraling of a large bird that is catching heat trails or heat rising to gain more altitude as it continues its hunt, whether it is already fed or not. You don't know. Let's see here. Come, player token, move with me. As we move up to the map of Barovia. All right, where is that little dog? Does anyone see the dog?
I can only see the dog.
I see the dog. All right.
Got it?
Got it. All right, so you are currently here.
Oop, don't see the dog no more.
Yep, I moved it. All right, and as you as you move, as you get to this point right here, the mist becomes considerably, come on, grab it, thicker in this area. And you see that there is uh, that the river widens out, almost becoming more like the death marshes of outside of um, uh, of Mordor, um, and that you can see peeking out of the mud and the reeds various structures that have been obviously wiped out. And it seems as if a giant mudslide has come down from the east and moved through and essentially wiped out an entire town. Dow, itching at the back of your head, um, you have this sense of dread that you are very near this woman that has called herself the Night Mother, um, the the hag Baba Lasaga. This is Rictavia won't shut up. So as he continues to play tour guide, as he looks around, he tells you this was once the city of Berez and was decimated by Count Strad von Zarovich when they killed his bride. Well, his previous bride, approximately 200 years ago. Not the first bride. The I think third one. No, second one. And we're going to go ahead and take a 15-minute break to grab drinks, and we will continue with our last hour.
Sounds great. Be back at 10 after.
10 after.
All right.
Cool.
Dope.
Hey, Nick, we short rested, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. 18, 20, 22. So that's 39, 47, 48, 51 out of 52 health. I will take it. All right, I'll be back in another 10 minutes.
Sounds good.
And we short rested, right?
Correct.
How many hit dice can you burn on a short rest? case it was ever a question in anyone's mind, that moving sucks.
Yeah, moving sucks. I'm here and listening. I'm gonna make some coffee.
Why?
Z.
I was gonna say because packing up all my stuff is a pain in the butt.
Making all kinds of racket.
I don't think that's how you make coffee at all.
Mm-mm.
Freya, with that short rest, you can expend hit die in order to regain some of your hit points that you're missing. And I know the next question on your mind is, how do I do that?
Yeah.
So you see where it says hit die on your sheet?
Did you guys hear me fighting for my life against the ice maker?
Yeah, that was a lot.
Excessive.
Do I just click it?
Yeah, and so now you've got regained 5 hit points, right? And you can see that you're dropping the counter on your the amount of hit dice that you have.
It didn't drop.
Okay, so as you expend, you only get so many hit. You get a hit die for every level that you are, right? So you can expend. You can expend your hit die in order to recover hit points, but you only get that many, and you only regain half of them when you long rest. Already.
So I get 7? So I get to roll 7 times?
Well, you could like right now you're at what 12, 18 hit points returned. How many more do you need in order to be near maximum?
I only needed 14.
Okay, so you're at full hit points now,
Okay.
and you've expended 3 of your hit die. Make sense?
Mm.
All right, so as you move past the town of Berez, go ahead and roll a. Go ahead and someone can roll a D8 and a D12 for me, please.
I got a 6 on a D12.
Where are my random encounter?
And a 4 on a D8. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
All right, as you are floating down the river past Perez, you notice that there are 6 dire wolves that whose backs bristle up from the tall reeds that are moving between some of the land bridges the swamp the drier of this swampy area, and seem to be just marking your movement. You do not spot any hags flying around in the a flipped over dragon skull, which is beneficial, but you do know that this is the area that is supposed to have Baba Lysaga. What was the card that was meant for the token of Ravenkind, the amulet of Ravenkind?
The 9 of Stars, the Conjurer.
I see a dead village, drowned by a river, ruled by one who has brought great evil into this world. And that is the foretelling of where the amulet of Ravenkind is at, which will give you the ability to have light in dark places when all other lights have failed.
Dead village? Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Drowned by a river? Huh?
What do you think, Corvus?
Seems as likely as any other place might be.
You want to go check it out?
If we think we got time, otherwise we mark it on the map and have to come back.
We could check real quick.
I'm down.
Okay. Yeah, let's stay with the sense of urgency, but let's do this.
Why did I have to mention Perez? All right. Here we go. Let me find.
The fuck?
Man.
No,
Oh,
not there.
man.
Not there. Sorry. Let's go ahead and continue to move on to Perez.
That was so sad. I can't see this map.
All right. So, can anyone see anything?
No.
Good. So the fog is, the mists are incredibly thick. As you while you were moving down the river, every once in a while you could see a piece of building and wall that would peek up from the mist. There is a small inlet from the river that you move into and start to disembark. And when you step out, it is like stepping onto thick, wet foam, and your boots begin to sink into the marshy land. Go ahead and do an athletics or a acrobatics check to see whether you get stuck as you start to disembark from the river.
Gosh.
All right. So my guess is at least that you are a lot more dexterous than you are strong.
Mhm.
So I would do in the future when you're doing a either athletics or an acrobatics check, I would hit acrobatics. Why don't you go ahead and roll it just to see what it looks like? So as you are all disembarking, you hear Courage start to bark loudly. And as you turn around, you notice that Freya is knee deep in mud and suction. Why she didn't call for help? She didn't want to bother anybody, but she is very stuck. Did I nail down your character? I don't want to.
Yeah, I was
your
gonna say
agency.
I also didn't want to see like a wimp, you know. I wanted to see if I could get myself out. Turns
Can I
out
reach
got
down?
mixed
Can I
up.
reach down and pull her up?
Yeah, with assistance, you can now go ahead and roll your acrobatics again at advantage.
I get advantage anyway.
No, her
Oh, okay.
with the essentially the help action. And Freya, you've now figured out what the difference is between stepping into areas that have more vegetation in them. Kind of keeps you aloft. If you step into anything that isn't thick reed, you'll kind of sink down into the marsh. So all of this area is difficult terrain and halves your movement. You are, like I said, just at the edge of this, at the edge of the river. Most of the most of what you've seen as far as small structures sticking out of the mist have all been to the west. But you have essentially the option of moving west or going north. Which direction would you like to go? So kind of following the river a little bit, kind of in that direction, or moving directly perpendicular to the river. And I know that you can't see anything really. Landstride. Well, fuck you, Mister. I don't have to worry about it. That's why you were able to help her out of the marsh so easily. You've been in marshy conditions, and it's like rice paddies. Not to. I would never stereotype though. All right, so there seems to be a structure to your north and to your west. I don't know if how much of this is going to actually reveal anything. Can you see your token, or is that all you can see is the party token
Party token.
and nothing else? Yeah.
I mean, I got the map, but there's supposed to be other tokens.
Can you actually see the map though now?
Yep.
Okay.
I can anyway. I don't know about anybody else.
I can see the map too.
I can't see anything but courage.
All right, which direction do we want to head?
I say west.
Sounds good.
All right, so there's a cluster of ruined cottages separated by low stone walls, and you see a stretch of dirt road that has remained intact, which is easier to travel along. As you continue to head down that road, there doesn't seem to be there seems to be constant movement in the mist, but nothing that you're able to immediately pick out. But toward the end of that village, there lies the remains of a mansion building that's on higher ground. It has been reduced to a pile of stones and rotting timber. Empty arch windows stare at you. South of the ruin, there's an untamed garden that runs rampant, surrounded by broken walls that are no longer able to contain it. East of the ruin, someone has erected a crude wooden fence forming a circular yard in which several goats are penned. And on top of the fence posts are notably human skulls.
If anything we're after is here, it's probably there.
Are we supposed to be able to see stuff now?
Are you supposed to be able to do stuff like? Are you supposed to be able to see anything?
Yeah.
I mean, all you're really seeing is this map. Are you?
I'm staring at a black screen with courage.
Courage on it. Is anybody else?
No, I got the map.
I have a black screen with courage in the center of it, and I'm zoomed out really far.
I have a map and courage also, so I think looks like Chris and I can see.
Yeah.
And the other two can't.
I can see now.
All right. Welcome to the party.
Yay.
All right. So up here is where this fenced-in pen is located. And let me go ahead and do a couple rolls real quick. You do think that you see individuals out in the field there. Looks like there's somebody here and somebody up here. However, as you get closer, you realize that it's just a ordinary scarecrow.
God damn it.
You can, from this location, hear the bleeding of the goats inside of that pen.
Scarecrows, skulls. Do we think she's home?
No.
Should we proceed with caution, or should we just say screw it and go knock on the door?
I'd like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. In casting Detect Magic and with Divine Sense, that extends for 60 feet. So as you cast Divine Sense, that's when this music starts, Matt. You can tell that you are in a evil place where horrible things have happened. With Detect Magic, those scarecrows out there are indistinguishable from normal scarecrows.
Okay, I'm just going to keep concentrating on it.
However, I don't know that that would apply to being able to detect magic on them. They have an aura of magic on them, whatever school of magic it would be to animate a scarecrow.
Okay. Can I toll the dead on the scarecrow?
Yeah, you certainly can. Go ahead.
So 12 necrotic damage.
All right. And with that, we'll go ahead
DC 15
and
wisdom save. Yeah.
let's go ahead and get that wisdom saving throw. It fails. So much failing.
You know, it should be 2d8 instead of 2d12. Same number, whatever. The universe rewards me for fixing
Right, and
myself.
And in this area, you watch as
Where are we, by the way?
I'm going to pop your individual tokens in here in just a second as we start to roll for initiative.
Right.
Corvus the Unshort, who will need a change to his token. As he changed the name and it keeps fucking it up. Corvus the Unshort.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I haven't changed the name. It's been like that for a while.
I know. Are you saying it's me? It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Bruce stays with the boat in order to make sure that it is good to go. And this marker for the area has also rolled for initiative. All right, is everybody in the turn order?
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing one scarecrow.
The goat has a turn.
It does.
Righteous. Which of the scarecrows did I toll?
This one right here is the one that was told. The one that has
Which one was told? Purple?
Purple. All right.
I told him for 12 damage. I told him.
Told him good. All right. And in response to that, this scarecrow moves forward and does terrifying gaze. Go ahead and make a DC 11 wisdom save. I know you're not going to be able to do it.
Oh,
Me?
Yes, Dow, for
Oh.
tolling its brother. Its brother in arms.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh,
my.
shit.
You saw that?
I did see that. This is a large area.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you have managed to save yourself from its terrifying gaze. All right, and it comes in for a multi-attack, doing 2 claw attacks. A fail does not get, and neither does a 14. All right. You hear the sound of an ethereal cry as a ghost rises up from the area of the mansion and starts to fly toward you. It'll take a while for him to get there. And Scarecrow number that has been told of the dead also tries to do a terrifying gaze, but this time on Freya. Go ahead and do a wisdom saving throw, Freya. All right, success. And a multi-attack. Claw 15 does not hit. Claw 9 does not hit. All right. Giant poisonous snake's turn. He's going to stay inside the village. Dow, you're up.
Okay. You know that one that I told earlier?
Yes.
I'm going to tell him again. Nice.
He fails.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to tell him, I thought I told you.
-9. All right. A bloodied scarecrow. Or nearly bloodied.
Okay.
All right.
So get this. Then I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon. And swing at him. Because it's a bonus action. And that looks like this.
And a 16 hits.
Nice. Whammo. 8 force damage.
All right. Excellent. All right, Freya, you're up.
So I didn't take damage from the thing, so I can't do Hellish Rebuke, can I?
Correct.
Not even if they try? That's messed up. Okay. Well, they're all kind of...
It's almost like you have to be hit in order to rebuke.
You know what?
Talk to me, Goose.
No.
Can you make a bolt of fire?
I don't think so. I'm gonna. I can use my Dark Maw again, can't I?
Yes.
I was trying to figure that out. Okay. I'm gonna do that. There's no. I can do it on this guy right here, right? The one next to Corvus the Unshort.
Yes. All right, so you run up and create your horrifying visage as your mouth opens, filled with teeth, and chomp into
Say
this
what?
unsuspecting
Say what?
individual doing how much fucking damage? You don't do the it's messed up as far as the amount of healing. Put it in the chat. I believe you get like 1d4 healing, something like that. You have taken a bite of 23 hit points out of. If you hit a humanoid target, you would gain 1d4 temporary hit points until the start of your next turn. However, as you bite into this scarecrow, you just come back with a mouthful of hay. But you have severely damaged it, but you do not get the temporary hit points from the scarecrow. Let me double check that it is not a
Have you guys
humanoid, but I
seen,
believe
you
it
guys
is
seen
not.
that vine of that lady
It's a
biting into
construct.
one of those, like reeds? It looks like a corn dog, she bites into it and it just goes.
Yes, you bite into it, and it's like biting into a what are those called? River reed,
Yes.
cattail.
Yes.
All right, Freya, that was your action. Any bonus actions?
Can I stealth? Can I attempt to stealth?
Yes, there's tall reeds and marshland, but hopefully you don't get stuck again.
Stop. One time.
All right, you were able to disappear into the grass. And while you disappear into the grass, you watch as the oh nope, that's not them. Never mind. All right. Scarecrow up here moves down to come. You just hear this breaking through the mist as a scarecrow that sounds like a runner from the final wave in Nazi zombies for Call of Duty sounds like. And it comes running through. All right, Alexander, you're up.
Okay, so the two directly in front of me, the purple one has been told.
Both of those ones
correct?
have been wounded. Yes.
Can I step to this one without? Will I provoke an attack of opportunity from that one?
Yes, because you're stepping into both their threatened spaces.
All right.
And
well,
there's a wall between you and the other one.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just hit that one then.
Okay, sounds good. $22 hits. 12. And you smack it, and you feel like if you blew on it, it would go down, but it does not. It stays strong. Oh, but you hit it again?
Sure.
It crumbles into a flour bag filled with straw and river reeds and cat tails, and is no longer seems to be animated. Any bonus actions?
Yeah, I should have done this first, but that's okay. Bonus action, I'm going to cast Searing Smite.
Excellent.
And then yeah, I guess that's it.
All right. All right. Corbus.
Let's see. Since it's right there, I'll find it.
Here's the crybaby.
Cry, baby, cry, baby.
It's on
Cleopatra.
purple.
All right. As you hit it with fire, you hear the others scream in alarm. Go ahead and roll damage.
Trying. There we go.
All right. And which one did you hit?
Purple.
Which one? The purple?
Purple.
All right. Purple bursts into flames as it only had 7 hit points left, and it was hit for 16 points of fire damage. It seems that fire is very useful against these. This goat begins to freak out as there is the sounds of combat far end of its pin and is quaking in terror. All right. Scarecrow dead. The ghost disappears back into the ground, uninterested in what is going on over there. Scarecrow dead. And the giant poisonous snake also disappears back into the ground. Dow, you're up. There is the last scarecrow up here to the north. It has made its way down toward you.
Has he been damaged yet?
He is unhit.
All right, so with the bonus action, we're going to swing with the spiritual weapon. Did that go? 22.
22 hits.
All right, so I'm going to hit it for 7 force damage. And that was my bonus action. And now that he has been damaged, I'm going to tell him.
Your death is soon.
Told.
You've been done told.
Yes.
And he listens. He listens.
Told for 11 necrotic damage. I am like a child soldier. I point my weapon at him and I shout, "You!"
Soldier boy.
You! And then he takes 11 necrotic damage.
All right, Freya.
And you watch as now Superman's now.
Is that still alive?
He is still alive.
Okay, well, I'm gonna shoot him.
Shoot him.
I really hope that Corbus doesn't get in the way, though.
Worst case scenario.
Nice.
All right, with a 26, you hit. You hit for 18 points of damage, but it seems like your arrow just passes through the shambles of its ratty clothing, and it doesn't seem to take that much of the. It'd be like shooting into the straw targets that you've hit before. They're made to not take damage or a practice dummy for sword work. All right. Any bonus actions?
I don't know if there's a lot of other things that are going to attack us, but I'm gonna hide again just in case.
All right, you hide. Consider yourself hidden. All right. it gets its last chance to make itself known, and it seems as if the animating spirit of the scarecrow vanishes, and it just crumples into like a puppet with its strings cut. Alexander, you're up.
Did I hear you right? Did you say that it just collapsed like a puppet with its strings cut?
It did.
So is it dead?
For now.
Go ahead and do an investigation check, or you can take action, whatever you want to do.
I mean, I'll go up and fucking give it a smack just to make sure, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and make a smack with advantage. All right, so as you step forward to smack it, you feel like, oh, I might miss, but you don't. You hit it, and you hear a satisfying scream as your maul punches into it, and the last of its vitality extinguishes out, and you watch as arcane sparkles float up into the like fireflies into the swamp, and it has now been actually dispatched. It was attempting to play pus on you.
Well, all right then.
All right. The
I suppose for what it's worth, it also bursts into flames.
why does it burst into flames? Oh, because of Searing Smite. Yes, it is definitely dead now. It's not coming back.
Cool.
All right. The goat continues to be agitated as it seems desperate to get out of that pen, and continues to look nervously toward the north, and you begin to understand why.
In my experience, the animals tend to know things before people. There's something coming, gang.
You hear a cackling as a hut that is on giant chicken legs begins to walk out of the mist toward you like an AT-AT coming out of the mist with and on top of this structure is the ever lovely and beautiful Baba Lysaga. Let's see if I can get you some. Let's see if I can find some artwork for you.
Oh, buddy. Chicken Hut. Guess what?
Chicken butt.
Chicken Hut.
Chicken Hut.
Fucking
deliver?
dumb.
Ah, Baba Lysaga.
Nope. I will find the artwork that you deserve. This is where we're going to end it for tonight, though.
Not the artwork that we deserve. The artwork that we need. Nice. Ooh, creeping.
All right, so with your detect magic still working, you can see that there is a that there is a large amount of magic radiating from the center of this hut and from Babala Saga herself as she begins to lift out of the air in a floating skull and descends down upon the four of you. Any questions before we go for this evening?
A floating skull like King Bowser.
Yes. It actually seems to be a dragon skull.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Do we level up?
Nope. Not unless you defeat this creeping hut.
Okay.
If you
Challenge
if you-
accepted.
Yep.
Let's see. It shouldn't be. Let's get an idea. Okay, 21.
my-
Good.
Oh my god.
Okay. See,
Oh
that's
my
not too
God.
bad.
Oh my god, you guys.
Let's see.
Hold on a second.
Baba.
We didn't get to roll initiative yet.
I know. I'm just giving you some previews of what you're dealing with, so that way you're ready for it. Oh shit.
Hey, I think we might run away.
No, you can
Yeah, it seems like
stay.
a really good.
Huh?
You can stay.
I think we
Right.
might run.
All right, we will return next week with what will be the name of the next episode?
It'll be called Good Thing We Got Away.
I was going to say staying alive.
Out of, and then you will.
Good thing we ran.
Guess what?
What?
Chicken Hut.
Chicken
Hut.
We're gonna take inspiration for this session.
I literally just brought up someone else's joke. I can't.
Classic.
Yes, but comedy is all about timing and delivery, and it was well done. All right, that's it for tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Do we level up?